Wanted to do an update video from my prior video just to demonstrate what's going on as of, what's today's date, the 14th? Yeah, the 14th. So since the last video, the bot actually took its time and I was getting worried. So I will show you where it's at. It's looking good. I mean, honestly, $217 profit so far as its current point is looking great. And it started this trade, or it started the entire deal process on July 11th at 3:01 a.m. So let's look at where that is. I'll read it to you since the print is small. You might not be able to see it from your screen. So it actually bought at this signal, which makes it likely that it was either a repaint or a late buy. Perhaps it gave the buy signal back here, but then it wasn't able to actually buy the coin until here when the price went back down, because these buy signals, maybe I think it might be at limit price. I don't really want to log into, no, let's see what the programming is just to verify. So it's a start order type of a limit. So that is probably why it didn't execute right away. It's something to bear in mind when you're programming these, that you might not be able to get the buy price that you want, and you might miss out on stuff that happens later. So perhaps a consideration might be to buy it at market price, because if it's going up quickly like back here, you would want to get in on the gains here, assuming you were able to exit out at this position. So how is it that this thing is in profit when after this buy we went down and down and down and down? As mentioned before, the safety orders in the prior video. So we bought up here, it did not go up enough to sell out at a profit, and then it went down. So the safety orders basically were what I believe in this case saved the whole deal. And let's look at what those are. Ten safety orders deviating down. So as it deviates down 2%, it is buying at larger and larger amounts, right? So it's buying first at 1,000, then 2,000, 2,200, etc. You get the idea, and the average price is going down. So the average overall price by the time it gets to 10 safety orders is $17.54. And what is the current price now of Ethereum? Is 2014-ish. So our overall average price was $17.54. So we could actually sell this at a profit. And I'm wondering, okay, well, why isn't it selling at a profit now? Because, let's see, percentage from total volume. Maybe my target profit's a little too high. So because we're in a bearish market, let's do this. Actually, you know what? I want to close this deal out at, oh wait, did this just go down? No, I don't think this went down. I think we need to refresh this. This is from back then. So, wow, $356 profit. And look at that. I mean, this is great, because you're not just dollar cost averaging here, you're exponentially, well, not exponentially, but you're increasing your share here. So, so our overall profit at this point is 2.27. So it might be a good idea to be more conservative and perhaps do a 2% profit target with a 0.5 trailing deviation, something like that, or a target profit of 0.5. And this is all experimental, so We can test it and see what happens. So this 0.5 deviation means if our overall target profit goes down by 0.5%, then it will sell. But I am really liking this, because if I were just trading, I would not have the mind of a bot and be like, okay, well, I'm losing, so I'm now going to buy more. And then as I'm losing more, I'm going to buy more. And as I'm losing more, I'm going to buy more. You know, I wouldn't have that sort of mindset. So this, you know, I was getting really worried. Not really worried. I was getting a little worried, because I was like, oh, this isn't going to work. This is terrible. But, you know, day before yesterday, I was in the red. I was like, oh my gosh, this is never going to execute, you know. But look at that. I mean, that is great. Who can say that they bought in this area and are now at a profit of $356? And it's all because of this pump, really. If this pump didn't happen, we would still be at a loss, because, you know, bear in mind, these bear markets are ugly, and you would have to do a little bit of technical analysis to figure out, is this the best exit point? We're at 2.27%. Is this the best exit point? Question mark, you know? And so I'm thinking of what I'm doing is going to exit the trade at that profit. But before I do, I'm going to consider that the 1 hour signal, the custom signal, is currently at a buy, and that's not good. So let's see if we can get an indicator here. No Tradingview, the Tradingview standard Tradingview signals. Let's do this as calculated by Tradingview. There we go. Okay, so with regards to these signals, you don't have to only use one signal. Okay, so it's a 1 hour buy. And by the way, you've also got this box right here, which tells you what sort of signals this is giving on other time frames, which is very handy, because what if you have this on 1 hour buy signal, but then you have other signals here which may say sell, sell, and everything else is telling you to sell. So let's take a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour sell, 16 hour sell. You know, so this is not looking like a good buy long term. So in the next, because we're using a bot of the nature that we are, it's possible that it's going to take days, just like mine, which started on the 11th and took 3 days to get where it is now. It's possible that you're going to want to consider that this is not a long-term buy, and that we may go up and then down, you know, way down, and then you might never be able to profit from that. So what we could do in order to make this bot more conservative, since we are in a downtrend, is to use the Tradingview indicators. These are overall indicators. Here's on the 1 day, here's on the 1 hour. The 1 hour is a buy also. The 2 hours a buy. The 4 hours is sell, a strong sell, you know. So long term, this is not looking good. You know, you look at the charts. It looks like we're in a bear market. I'm not saying we are in a bear market. That requires some technical analysis, but I believe most people's technical analysis is probably saying sell, or to get out of the market, because it's all kind of like, look at this. This is like lower highs, right? Overall, there's high, high, lower high, lower high. You know, lower high overall here, and then the lows are kind of a little bit screwy, because you do have these crashes that went way below. But if you look at it overall, it's kind of looking like lower lows as well, because it's like this, this, this. I mean, average, you might say, yeah, that's kind of a lower low trend-ish thing going on here, right? But anyway, it's up to you. Everybody's technical analysis is different. Everybody reads the market different. I mean, people say radically different things. So anyway, beside the point. But the point is, follow up on this. It's like, this is looking great. I am very happy with this. I don't know whether this is luck or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to this. I'm going to add to this bot the way it goes. Let's see. Let's look at the 1 week. Interesting. Strong buy on the 1 month. But I don't want to wait 1 month for profits. 1 week. 1 day. Okay, so let's do this. We'll do this little experiment. And it's possible that as a result of this, we're not going to get any buys. But I don't want to buy necessarily, this is where babysitting your bot comes into play a little bit. Because currently we're in a bear market, right? So let's do this. Let's do a trading view on the 1 day. And make that the, we'll get a little less conservative with this. Let's say 2%, okay? Percentage of total volume. And because we have these larger and larger buy orders at the bottom, our profit is going to be much larger than, even though it's going to be 2%, because I'm having it activate such large buy orders, incrementally larger buy orders after it, the amount of profit we're going to make is bigger. So you're making, it's actually about 1%, because the max amount for bot usage in this case is 32,874, and our profit here is 356. So we made 1% in 3 days, which is not bad when the market's on this downtrend. So I'll save that. So I did this so that I could close out this order and not be afraid. Close that market price, confirm. And we could see in our history, hopefully, that we just made, that's too bad. See, notice it went from $356 to $307. I don't like that. So what a better, that's a great illustration of what may happen at the exchange level. In this case, it happened on a paper trading bot. And I'm looking at this, and let's see why it did that. Let's look at the 5-minute. See, that doesn't make sense. Why did we lose $50 out of our closing that trade? It is a good thing that we're doing this on the paper trading, because I would have been even more mad if that was real money that was lost. Why did we lose that money? Because it's sold at market price. It closed the whole entire order at market price. So what it would have been better for you to do is to convert the deal to smart trade. That is an option, by the way. Convert the deal to a smart trade, and then you can set your level here and force it to sell all that at a limit. That would have been a lot better. And here you go. You could have set it at a limit, and you could set the level on the chart, which is very handy, right? And then you could have made sure that you locked in that extra $50 or $60 or whatever. And after all, this might still go up. I mean, I really don't know. I'm not doing technical analysis here. I'm just giving you an illustration. If I were doing technical analysis, I might be able to predict or sort of gamble on the likelihood of it going up further. But I'm not doing that here. I'm just, for people who want to have skin in the game, who want to start trying out these bots and do paper trading, please do paper trading. Especially in a bear market. I mean, in a bull market, you're probably going to make money even if you screw up like I did. But in a bear market, you could end up just getting wrecked. So let's do paper trading and see the potential. And really, I mean, look, this is such a small uptick compared to how much we're going down and down and down. So, there's always these retracements when we get to these. We are not always. There are often retracements when we get down to these levels where it just goes down and down and down, and then we get a little uptick. So yeah, paper trade, paper trade, paper trade. paper trade, okay? I don't want you losing your retirement money. I don't want you losing money on you know, there's no reason for it. You know, you don't need to lose your money. Let's see if this refreshes. I noticed this daily profit summary is not, yeah, there you go, look at that. We had nothing, 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 and now we got big profit. So, yeah, I think I'm going to keep running this bot to see how it does. Yeah. So, confluence of indicators we are using. Okay. It's not just this one, because obviously I demonstrated before that we cannot just trust this one, because this one puts us in at bad buy levels and then sells out at bad sell levels. So this is just a sort of experiment. Let's look at the daily here, just to check out. Yeah, look at this. Would you want to buy in this market? I mean, look at that. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. Lower lows, lower highs, going down. But we just made some profit. So that's cool. Let me see what else. Anything else I could think of? Well, by the way, I am in the Cryptos Without Borders Discord, and let's see. I guess I'll post an invite link. If it's pretty nice there, people chill out and chat about things. We try to keep it friendly. In fact, it has overall been friendly, you know, quite a bit in terms of the voice chats. There's a lot to learn in there. People do lectures every once in a while, and we have these talks, and we throw ideas back and forth, and quite a bit to learn there. Some people in the group don't believe in these trading bots. I am of the mindset where it's like, well, why not? Why not spend a little time on this? You know, right now, you know, when I first started, I spent hours on this. In fact, I spent days, and maybe even weeks on this, okay? But now I'm spending hours on it, maybe just a couple hours a week or 1 hour a week. Yeah, just it's at your discretion how you want to spend your time, you know. I do recommend doing technical analysis and research. We have a lot of that going on in the Discord. And, you know, just in order to get yourself from not knowing anything to getting some idea of what's going on. Because before, someone like me, I was brainwashed by everybody on YouTube, and I would end up buying at the peaks. I would end up buying at the worst levels and thinking that it's going to go up and up and up over into December, and getting all excited and putting money in. And then just getting wrecked and then not being able to recover that money for 4 years. Now, it was actually a good investment because 4 years ago I bought in at the 19 level and waited 4 years for it to go to the 60 level. And if it hadn't all been stolen, I would have been in profits. But who knows what I've been done, because if it hadn't been stolen, I would not have gotten involved in these discords. I would not have learned what I learned. So I might have just kept on holding, and then I would have lost out. And you really want to consider, when you're in this market, that we go in these trends, okay? Back here in 2017, we had a little pump, and then dumped, and then down it went. And you want to look at the overall trend, okay? The overall trend is looking like something like this, where, you know, we got a little pump back here at the 19 level. Well, this is Ethereum. So anyway, and then we will go down. And then you have to wait. And when we pump, and then we go down, okay? So what you want to do, what these bots can help you do, is if you program the bot to be on a really long trend, on a really long time frame, is that you can have the target profit to be something like, let's say we're buying at 75 or 59, and then we're selling at a $1,000 level. So 1,000 divided by 50, 20. So you could program the bot to sell at 20x profit with a trailing deviation of a very high tolerance. So then that way, it's not going to sell at the small dips. It's going to sell at the big pump. And when it starts to double back, your trailing deviation gets hit. It sells the whole thing, and you just sold at near the top, and then you can let it dump. You know? So you can have a bot that does that based on Bitcoin and Ethereum, for instance, if you do multiple trades so that you don't have to worry about it. And then you can also have other bots, like, because you can, depending on the plan you buy, if you decide to buy a plan with 3commas, then you can have other bots which are purposes to make smaller profit on a shorter time frame, like this one just did. It's kind of like you really got to plan it out. But anyway, I am not recommending 3commas exclusively. It just remember, it just happens to be the bot that I used because of a Coin Bureau video. There are other bots that he didn't name. There are other methods of doing this. You can do PineScript on your own computer. You can do all sorts of different ways of doing this. It's a big world out there. So the possibilities are nearly endless, right? Yep. So that's all. I'll post a link to the Discord, and good luck, y'all, and be careful in this. Be careful in this bear-looking market, and also remember, whatever you put into crypto overall is what you are willing to lose and risk. So be careful. Like, if you have a retirement account and your retirement account has $100,000 you've been saving all your life, don't risk $50,000 into crypto when you don't know what you're doing. Because you could end up getting hyped at this level, you could end up getting hyped around this level and thinking, oh, I want to get in, I want to make profit, and then you get wrecked. This happened to many people. It is still happening today, and I am pretty sad about it because people have killed themselves over this kind of thing, losing their retirement. I would say put in what you're willing to lose, and that might be $5,000 if you have $100,000, 5%. So if you lose, you're not going to kill yourself over it. You can survive. And this 5,000, this is if you know what you're doing, if you have some idea of what you're doing. Okay, for those people that don't know what they're doing, maybe make it 1,000. Okay, 1%, because you don't know what you're doing. All right, so that's all for now.